The Rockets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the three. James Harden, Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer.
Now here's Ariza, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. 6 to shoot. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Harden's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Man, Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc or in the paint. That combination of shooting with slashing ability, a real key to his effectiveness.
Now here's Jackson. Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Good.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Now here's Beverly.
And James Harden among the league leaders in scoring and scoring efficiency for 2 seasons running. Even bad shots for most players are average ones for him with his great skill level. And the other thing that makes him such a potent scorer, he gets to that foul line to the tune of about 10 times a game.
Here's Jackson. Terrence Jones making his last shot. Durant sets a screen for Jackson. At the top of the key, Durant. Jackson against Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Perkins with a screen on Harden. Durant. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie field. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Beverly. Inside. And the jam by Harden. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Left side, Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
And that'll be open on the City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Thunder trailing by 3. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, a bit ago, Scott Brooks and I were able to chat. He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early, trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Kicks to Durant. And here is Howard. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Jones with the screen on Westbrook. Passes it to Ariza. Perkins against Howard. And stolen by Perkins. Jackson kicks to Durant. Stolen by Harden. Poked away. Pass to Ariza. He feeds it to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Ariza goes in. Trevor Ariza last season with perhaps the best campaign, Steve, of his 10-year career.
Yeah, he played starters minutes, shot a career-high three-point percentage. I think a lot of it, Kevin, was just the combination of playing with good bigs and then also John Wall's emergence as a great point guard. Ariza had a lot of open looks last year.
The first free throw is good. Ariza hits them both. Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Westbrook. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Off the screen. Durant, no good.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
Now here's Durant. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Perkins kicks to Jackson. Here's Durant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And it's 6 points for Kevin Durant.
He's so reliable. And, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Here's Howard. And he gets it to go.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
And it's Houston on the break. Oklahoma City trailing. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. The pass to Jackson. Perkins on top. Started by Howard. For 3, Westbrook. And that one's good. Westbrook's got his first 3 points of the game.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Ariza outside. Takes a shot at the elbow, and that one's good. Ariza's got 6.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Ibaka with the screen on Harden. Outside Durant. Perkins with the screen for Durant. Again, the Thunder score.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now, here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ariza against Durant. 6 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Ariza no luck.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Puts it up. Durant, no good.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Beverly dishes to Jones. Screen by Howard. Howard with a screen on Jackson. Harden kicks to Beverly. Houston moving the ball around. Puts it up from 12. And Durant sends it back. Howard, good.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in. Thunder trailing by 6. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. That's good. 10 points for Kevin Durant.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Ariza against Durant. Ariza kicks to Howard. He dishes it to Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside.
Man, the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
A nice shot by Howard.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless. And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operated than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Offensive rebound. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Howard's got 8.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
Durant for 3. No luck. And it's Houston the other way. There's the dish to Howard. Now Beverly. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The feed now to Harden. Off the left rim and out.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Jackson. From outside the arc. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. Viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Lamb in there for Jackson. Houston also making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones for James Harden. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Ariza. He has 6. Snatched up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. He's already up to 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
The Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Howard.
And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams, acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams, that's for sure. This kid has tremendous potential. They did well to find a talented 7-footer late in the lottery, especially considering how weak the draft was.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass. Pretty good hands and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
And so it's Houston with it after Westbrook's missed 3. Here's Canaan. Screen by Howard. Pass to Canaan. Houston moving it around. Howard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Howard's got 12 points in the game.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
Now here's Lamb. It's Westbrook with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Here is Daniels. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Adams against Howard. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
6 for 6 now for him. He's rolling.
At least not on the first 6 attempts. I mean, he is scorching out there.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Houston in the lead. 46 seconds left in the first. Daniels with it. Here's the screen. It's Ariza on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. 9 points for Ariza.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Now here's Adams. He kicks to Morrow. Now here's Lamb. Pulls from the top of the key. Again, Oklahoma City.
Every once in a while, he'll kind of step out of his role and give you something like that.
Here's Canaan. Dishes it to Ariza. Ariza with another miss. That will count. Can't get it to go. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets ahead, leading by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. The guys of the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that, it can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Nick Collison out there with Perry Jones. And it's Morrow in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Howard with this screen on Westbrook. Feeds it to Adrian. Kicks it to Cannon. Passes it to Daniels. He dishes it to Ariza. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Under trailing by 3. Outside Westbrook. Out to the wing. Collison with a screen on Ariza. Westbrook kicks to Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Morrow. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's Westbrook again missing.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Daniels with it. Westbrook picks him up. Cannon kicks to Howard. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts. Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor.
Now here's Lamb. In the corner, Collison with it to the middle. He feeds it to Lamb. It's tipped. Unloads. It's rebounded by Houston. You talk about Scott Brooks' defensive focus. He played 11 years in the NBA as a 5'11" point guard, Steve. You'd better believe he had some toughness.
No, he was nasty. He would pick you up full court. And, you know, there was a great stat about him when he played. He played 5 consecutive seasons where he had more steals than turnovers. So it shows you about Scott Brooks.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, Kevin Durant, the reigning league MVP, and his coach can't say enough about him. Scott Brooks said, whatever you say nice, you can print it out, and I'll just say I said it, because it's true. He's as coachable as any player I've ever been around in this league, as a player and as a coach. Guys, Durant is simply a coach's dream.
He sets the tone with his work ethic and dedication to his teammates, Doris. Thanks.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Durant comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Jackson in for Russell Westbrook. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And for Lamb, really the only physical knock is that he needs to continue to get stronger, get friendly in that weight room. He's still under 200 pounds, and his high center of gravity means he can tend to get pushed around a little bit, but that's nothing that strength won't eliminate. So the weight room has to be his friend.
Jackson passes to Collison. There's the dish to Lamb. 14 feet away. The shot, no good.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
It's Harden with the drive. Can't get it to go.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Now, here's Beverly. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Good. Beverly.
And the Rockets lead by 4. And Jeremy Lamb, Steve, sort of a late bloomer. He didn't become a starter until his senior year, in fact, in high school.
Yeah, he was lightly regarded, and even in his 2 seasons at UConn, he battled inconsistency at times, but, you know, solid start to his NBA career. Good size and length and shooting ability.
Lamb with the ball. He's guarded by Johnson. Elbow shot. No good from Lamb. Houston leading by 4. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And so here is Houston. The Thunder making the shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. 9 points for James Harden.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
Jeremy Lamb.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
2.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
The free throw drops for Lamb.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And the Thunder making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Good on both. You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, you know, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Now here's Jackson. Durant kicks to Jackson. Back to Durant. Here's the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Beverly. The pass to Harden. And Jones has it in the corner. It's Harden with the drive. He sinks the 11-footer. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Jackson dishes to Durant. Ibaka, the pass to Jones. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. There's a screen on the wing, Harden. Harden missing again.
The poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Outside Jackson. Here's Durant. Gets to the corner. Durant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Timeout called. The Rockets
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder, with a great young foundation, faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now, most would argue that Harden is the better player. But, of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Here's Adrian. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Beverly. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Rockets lead by 1. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, a player that every team in the NBA covets. Stretch 4 with 3-point range. Also block shots. And you can play some center, too.
Kevin, that's a very unique skill set he has. I mean, actually, he might be the only player in the league who truly fits that description you just laid out.
Here's Beverly. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Harden kicks to Johnson. Back to Harden. Now here's Beverly. Guarded by Jackson. And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got 6.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Now the feed to Jones. Banked in off the glass.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Jackson, and the basket good.
Reggie Jackson for 2.
Jackson's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Clarky talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Here's Beverly. The Thunder making the shot. It's Harden with the drive. Kendrick Perkins grabs the miss. Perkins got his 3rd rebound tonight. From outside the arc, Adrian with the rebound.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Jackson kicks to Perkins. Lamb with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Oh, he misses the dunk.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 13. Back to Johnson. Pass to Harden. The tray. Good. And now a 4-point Rocket lead.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain it.
On the Thunder, there's some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. And Russell Westbrook has subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. Houston also making some changes. Howard comes in for Jeff Adrian. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Johnson. Here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Puts up the baby hook. That was good. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter. Houston's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Jones with the screen on Jackson. There's the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He's got a nice stroke from long range. You know, he's not likely to pass up those opportunities when he gets them.
Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
He was right up tight on him on that attempt. Terrific D to throw off the shot.
And he did it without making too much contact and getting the officials' attention either.
Now here's Beverly. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Westbrook drives in. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Reeves it dishes to Jones. Houston moving it around. Here's Harden. He kicks to Beverly. There's the three. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Reggie Jackson. The Rockets also changing it up. Daniels, he's checked in for Hart. And it's Isaiah Canaan in for Patrick Beverly.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Canaan, the pass to Ariza. And another three for Houston.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. They set the screen. Here's Canaan. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. With the fadeaway. And it's Houston with another.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Tries to keep it alive. Dishes to Daniels. Jones in the post, defended by Durant. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
That'll do it for the first half. Rockets lead by 13. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here. And what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps, making good decisions, getting into the defense, and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about. Say, offensive efficiency.
Trailing by 13.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Jones, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Jones has got the lead up to 13 now for Houston.
And you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and-one plays on their fast breaks, and that's an extra bonus there.
Now here's Durant. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal.
Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes.
At the line
Makes
for the
converting
Rockets,
those fast breaks a lot
James
easier.
Harden, taking 2 shots.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with southpaws.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
Harden hits them both.
Well, there is a reason they call it Loud City. Oklahoma City, voted by NBA GMs as having the best home court advantage in the NBA. The fans are on top of you and engaged from start to finish.
Westbrook with the bucket.
3 points for Russell
Well,
Westbrook.
for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Feeds to Ariza. Kicks to Howard. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
And the Thunder moving to OKC 6 seasons ago really become part of the fabric of this community. Whether it was assisting in the recovery from the big tornado to helping to revitalize downtown. You see how a team can provide a rallying cry for an entire community.
And here's Beverly following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Howard with this screen on Westbrook. And it's Ariza in the corner. Down low. Kicks it out to Harden. The 3. The Rockets again can't hit. And for these Oklahoma City fans, Clark, they've certainly had it good. A team that's made the playoffs in all but their first season here. Superstar talent as well.
Yeah, you go back to that inaugural season, Kevin, in OKC, 23 wins. They've been a powerhouse ever since, and the fans now expect this team to not only contend, but to eventually bring home an NBA title.
Now here's Jones following the shot by Kevin Durant. It's Harden with the drive. That's good from Howard, and the assist by Harden.
Assist goes to
18
James
points for Howard.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Yeah, they're getting outclassed in the paint, at both ends, really.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men, and I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Houston leading by 11. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Up off the screen. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, supposedly, Kevin Durant, a.k.a. KD, is always playing NBA 2K prior to every game as a way to loosen up and kind of as an informal scouting report for the other team.
Go on, show your
That guy just
appreciation
soaks
for
up
the
all the basketball he can
Thunderbirds.
get. Keep listening, KD, and keep playing.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 35 points for Kevin Durant.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And that's when a team really has the best chance to run after a steal, obviously. So the defense is going to be critical for them right now.
Now here's Ariza. He's got 16, and that one's good. And Kevin Durant, guys, officially listed, I'm looking at my book here, at 6'9". I imagine he's that height in video game form. Steve, do you think that's selling him short?
Yeah, maybe. You know, it's interesting. A lot of guys who are 6'11" or 7 feet prefer to actually be listed as smaller. I think it's because in Durant's case, he wants to be known as more of a guard than a forward. But regardless, it doesn't matter what they list him at. He's just a ridiculously talented player.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Screen by Perkins. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Durant.
Got to give him a lot of credit for the way he's played personally, trying to bring his team back.
Harden kicks to Jones. Goes back up, and Howard with the layup. Howard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Now here's Perkins. Left side Durant from about 16. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Beverly. Thunder with the rebound.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Back to Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Howard with his screen on Jackson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. It's on Kevin Durant. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Perry Jones comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And a change for the Rockets. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Jones.
Well, Dwight Howard, I think still the best center in the league, but I think his back injury back in 2012 has robbed him of some of his explosiveness. But despite that, he remains one of the most athletic centers the league has ever seen.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Outside Durant. Lets the 3 fly. Adrian with the rebound. Rockets leading by 14. Harden with it. Guarded now by Durant. Ariza has the open look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Ariza's got 5 points now this quarter.
As for Howard, you know, as he loses some of his bounce with age, which is inevitable, the question will be, can he take a step forward skill-wise to compensate? He wants to be a go-to guy in the post, but there's still a little bit of work he has to do to become that.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He'd like them to concentrate on their transition game to keep the tempo fast and put pressure on the defense in the open court. His other point of emphasis was that they need to be making sharp entry passes into the paint and operating their offense out of the low post. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And Howard has taken his share of criticism, too, from the old-timers for Steve not punishing teams in the post.
But remember, in the old days, it was easier to isolate in the post. Nowadays, with defenses allowed to overload and zone up, you know, help is always there. So I think for Dwight, he's got to focus on defense and rebounding and let the offense come when it's there.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Dwight Howard. And then Durant with the jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Now here's Howard. 24 points for him. Great D that time from Collison. Outside Durant. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
Harden outside. Passes it to Adrian. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
And I think when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon, I mean, the numbers show that he was a phenomenal defensive player. 3,830 career blocks, two-time defensive player of the year. I think you put him alongside greats like Bill Russell, who played before blocks were actually recorded, of course. But you put Olajuwon up near Russell in terms of maybe greatest interior defenders of all time.
And here is Howard. Following Jeremy Lamb's three, Howard drills the baseline jumper. Howard's got 10 points in just the second half.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Jones sets the pick for Collison. No good from Lamb.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Howard with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Beverly. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
That one is off.
Well, Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that way, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his conditioning.
And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Daniels is checked in. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And so Patrick Beverly, taken in the second round in 2009. Houston Clark, the final cut of training camp by the Miami Heat. He spent the next 5 years playing in Greece and Russia.
You're right, Kevin. Those are physical leagues where they allow a lot of contact. His defense was how he survived. And even now, that's his bread and butter. That's how he plays.
2 shots in the lineup coming.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
Well, they've also really been dialed in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today. Jeremy Lamb has been playing well. He has 11 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
And the Rockets making a change here. Cannon's checked in, and Lamb drops them both.
Well, it's been said time and time again that this building is not only one of the loudest in the league, but it most approximates a college environment with the energy, and that's a huge help for the Thunder.
Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him. Here's Howard. Hits the jump hook.
Dwight Howard.
Howard's got 28.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And it really is deafening talking about the volume of this OKC crowd when the team is rolling. It definitely has an impact on how they are able to win at home.
Lamb with the ball. He's covered by Daniels. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. No good from Lamb.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Offensive rebound. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Anthony Morrow's checked in for the Thunder. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Jones checked in for Jeff Adrian. And here are the Rockets now. At one point, they led by 16. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blows. Well, the Thunder were able to dominate here last season. Clark 34 home wins, which tied them for most out west.
And that was one off the league best of 35 home wins by my favorite franchise in the NBA, the Indiana Pacers.
Yes.
No team has ever had an easy time coming in here and escaping with a win against this Thunder squad, though.
That free throw missing.
Harden doing it all. He has 20 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
And he's good on the second. Thunder trailing by 12. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Collison. Back to Westbrook. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. Collison kicks to Westbrook. The shot is off. And it's Houston the other way. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Howard with the screen on Durant. Harden the pass to Howard. They double team Howard. Beyond the arc. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Howard.
For 3.
And that's now 24 points for James Harden. Westbrook kicks to Collison. And Harden comes to help. Durant dishes to Collison. Good on the 13-footer.
He's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Rockets leading by 13. Cannon the pass to Howard. Cannon kicks to Daniels. The 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Westbrook dishes to Adams. It's Westbrook with the drive. Outside for Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Shot on the wing. And that one's good. Durant's got 48.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages. Good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
Here's Cannon. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Daniels. Misses the 3.
Oh, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Durant the pass to Adams. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the 3-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 24. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Daniels. Harden against Durant. Harden kicks to Daniels. Jones trying to get open. Drops in the tray. And the Rockets lead by 12. 5 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Durant, here we go. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Very productive game for him, but he's going to have to get some help from his teammates if they're going to win.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Rockets on top, up by 10. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Rockets leading by 10. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Anthony Morrow. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Rockets ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 13. Coming on the floor for your Thunder, Kendrick Perkins.
Daniels dishes to Ariza. He feeds it to Cannon. Clock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Cannon's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Rockets. And so here is Oklahoma City, a 12-point game. Westbrook kicks to Perkins. The dish to Morrow. From deep. That is good.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Cannon. The fadeaway, and Houston again with the bucket.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Durant kicks to Perkins. It's Durant with the drive, and the shot is good. Durant's got 52 points.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Here's Cannon, and stolen by Perkins. Right side, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Houston.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
And here are the Rockets now. They have a 9-point lead. And there's the pass to Daniels. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ibaka. Westbrook up top. He's covered by Daniels. Steps back and shoots. And that one's good. Westbrook. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Cannon. The feed to Daniels. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Jones trying to get open. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got 4 this quarter.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Now here's Westbrook. Ibaka outside. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Playing the West can be fine. That's what was impressive about where the Rockets ended up. They didn't rely on their bench a whole lot. They really broke their starter.
Reggie James, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Jones with it, guarded now by Durant. Back to Jones. And Durant sends it back. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Durant. Oklahoma City moving it around. And it's Perkins with the jam.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra force for that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
Now here's Beverly. He kicks it to Howard. Dishes it to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. With the fadeaway. Kept alive. No luck.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Perkins kicks to Ibaka. Perkins trying to break loose. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Ibaka. Beverly dishes to Howard. Now Beverly. Jones with the screen on Westbrook. Feeds it to Daniels. Kicks to Beverly. Here's the teardrop. And he gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 5.
You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
Westbrook passes to Durant. Fires it up. Misses off the right iron. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. And Beverly kicks to Jones. And another 3 for Houston. Here's Westbrook. Passes to Perkins. Outside Durant. Back to Perkins. The 11-footer. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
And it's Beverly missing.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
And Durant, here we go. Ibaka, and the layup falls.
Serge Ibaka.
And now it's just a 4-point Rocket lead.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball moving out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Here's Durant. Here's Westbrook. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half. Howard with a screen on Westbrook. Beverly dishes to Howard. Beverly the pass to Daniels. Here's Howard. Thunder with the rebound. Ibaka's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Perkins with it. Right side Jackson. Outside Durant. Fades. There's the bucket. Good. Durant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Now here's Beverly. He dishes it to Howard. A baseline J, and it's off the back rim. No good. Jackson kicks to Perkins. Durant the pass to Westbrook. Durant against Howard. Perkins with the screen for Durant. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Westbrook missing again. Rockets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Beverly dishes to Howard. Pass to Beverly. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Remains Oklahoma City ball. 11 seconds on the shot clock. 11.
The Thunder with the lead. Inside. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Westbrook.
Got to love this team's grit. After trailing early, they have fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down earlier, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys.
Now here's Beverly to the left wing. Here's Howard. Another miss by Houston.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Beverly with the ball. He's covered by Westbrook. Ariza goes in. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 23 points for Ariza.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Westbrook gets to Durant. Lots of room. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off.
The dish to Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul.
So Westbrook returning last season from a torn meniscus suffered in the first round, Steve, of the 2013 playoffs.
Yeah, and you know, the injury ended up requiring 3 different surgeries over an 8-month span.
Russell
So a
Westbrook.
real scare for the Thunder.
Shooting.
Fortunately, he came back and looked fantastic in the playoffs. And so there's less concern now over Westbrook's long-term health.
And Westbrook is a player not only known for his explosiveness, but also his durability. He hadn't missed a game due to injury ever, dating back to high school. But a freak accident, that collision with Patrick Beverly, really took it out of his hands in terms of his consecutive games played streak.
Both free throws good from Westbrook.
And for Westbrook, the prognosis from his meniscus repair is supposed to be good. He certainly looked explosive. Here's hoping that knee remains healthy. You'd love to see a great player at his best.
Now, here is Harden. Howard trying to free himself up. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from James Harden. Outside Jackson. Durant sets a screen for Jackson. Durant attacking, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And a lot of contact right there. I think the officials are making the correct call here. And this sort of call, of course, always about protecting the players.
To the line.
You can't allow unnecessary contact. Sometimes the players let the emotion get the best of them. And you make a foul like that, it's going to be enforced every time.
You know, see, I don't think many people would disagree with the stance that it's a very important objective to, to make sure everything is done to limit any sort of unnecessary contact. And so he makes both from the line.
For the Rockets, they've really struggled against Kevin Durant.
And he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of just how many of those he's hit.
Durant drawing the double team. Outside Jackson. Outside Westbrook. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, Ibaka with it. With a floater. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Ibaka. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter. Rockets trail by 7. To the inside. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Rockets ball. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 18.
Now here's Beverly. He's covered by Westbrook. And Beverly kicks to Harden.
2 minutes left.
Jones with the screen on Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Baseline try. James Harden again. Harden's got 28.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know he can deliver down the stretch.
Left side Durant. Back to Westbrook. Outside Durant takes a 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got 60.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 8. 1:39 left in the game. So it's the Rockets now, trailing here by 8. And Beverly kicks to Harden. That's some nice passing there by Houston. Ariza no look.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Shots good by Durant.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long. He's drained a lot of shots out there.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got 5 points in the quarter.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Outside Westbrook. It's stolen by Jones.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket. Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break ends in a slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
Now here's Perkins. Jackson passes to Perkins. And Jones pulls it down. Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Ariza with it, guarded now by Durant. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
At the line for the Rockets, Trevor Ariza, shooting 1.
Trevor Ariza. No good on the free throw. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as the second attempt at the line, no good. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 4. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, the way to go here, you got to get a quick basket and then a foul. That's the only course of action at this point.
And it's key who they foul. Don't send an excellent free throw shooter to the line here.
Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Ariza. Connects! And this shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Our timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're up by 1. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
15 foul. 2 shots in the line upcoming. Kevin Durant.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't. When it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Kevin, what was so drastically different about this team's defense in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. They're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint, so we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder, and we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Well, you certainly locked them up. Thank you, Kevin. Over to you guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.